this is Kurt ASMR. I hope you're doing really well today. So in today's video I have a fragrance haul for you. I originally was going to have a haul of like 3 fragrances, but it ended up becoming 5. And in fact I bought 6 fragrances, but one of them hasn't arrived yet, and I just wanted to get this whole video filmed. The fragrance that didn't arrive on time is probably going to be here next week, and I'll do just an individual video on that one because that is a really interesting one that I got on eBay. So if it turns up, I'll be able to do a decent length video on that one. So yeah, welcome to my channel. If you don't know, I'm a big fragrance fan. So I like to collect sort of not strange fragrances, but yeah, fragrances that interest me, and other ones which are like functional. So I've got 5 fragrances. About 2 of these I have smelled before in the shops, and finally decided to buy them, and one of them I have bought the same brand before, so I'm expecting it to smell kind of similar. And yeah, so we'll get into it anyway. These are so new that I haven't even taken them out of their boxes yet. So hope you can see my address, but yeah. So I'm going to take these out of their boxes, and we're going to get into it one by one. But yeah, I have about 30. Before I bought these, I had about 30 fragrances in my collection. You can go check out my whole collection video that I do every year. I did that last month. But I try not to have too many because I like to be able to use my fragrances, but I'm coming up to finishing a few bottles. So and I saw a few irresistible like bargains which I had on my wish list, so I'm gonna go for it. I thought I'd go for it, and yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I've got the boxes out. I don't know why I waved then. I feel like I'm starting the video again. It took me a while to get the boxes open and the cellophane off because that's not a nice sound with the sensitivity of my microphone. Alright, so the first fragrance I bought is this one. It's Mech's Summer Bliss. Summer Bliss, and it has a picture of a fruit on the back of a nice lemon. If you've followed me for a while, you know that I bought a Mech's fragrance called Festival Splashes. Mech's, I think, are a Dutch clothing brand who do fragrances as well, and you sometimes see them in TK Maxx. I don't know if you've seen them in TJ Maxx in the USA, but they do like really fresh, youthful smelling fragrances, and the Mech's Festival Splashes was really cheap. It was like, I don't know, it was maybe like £10-12, and it had a wonderful blue, like turquoise blue bottle, and it was a beautiful summery fresh fragrance. Even though I wore it sort of over the winter, it just lifted my mood, and because it was cheap and inoffensive and not mega strong, I used it as my work fragrance. So I was hoping for the same for this one, because I just finished my last work fragrance bottle, which was Paco Rabanne XS, and yeah, this appealed to me. This I put this on my wish list. Interesting though, I haven't tried like the OG, the original Mech's Man. There's a Mech's Man, there's Mech's Fresh, and there's a few they do a few quirky named ones like Life Is Now, Look Up. Yeah, interesting titles, but this is one that appealed to me. And yes, Summer Bliss, and there's a little bit of blurb on the back there, so I'll read that to you. Like I said, this haul was originally going to be 3 bottles, but it turned into 6. But anyway, a refreshing aromatic fragrance evoking the feeling of summer. Well, we're in the middle of summer now, so I'm excited for this. Energizing blend of orange, lemon, and basil, contrasted with the summer heat of cinnamon. Okay, I don't really link cinnamon with summer. I feel like cinnamon is more of a sort of wintry fragrance, but okay. So on Parfumo, this says a limited perfume by Mech for men, released in 2023. And yeah, I checked on the Check Fresh, and this is about 3 years old, this bottle. The scent is classed as fresh fruity. Top notes are basil, mandarin orange, nutmeg, clary sage, heart notes, clary sage, geranium, provincial lavender, violet leaf. Base notes, cedarwood, cinnamon, patchouli, vetiver. Okay, so that's the box. Let's get into the bottle. The bottles for these Mech's ones are sort of the same, but this is going to be a different colour. So this is actually a little 30ml one as well. I thought my last one was a 50, maybe even 100, but this is a little 30 one. It was all they had, and it has an interesting sort of little space in the box there, where it gives it a little bit of protection. I suspect they use the same size. Oh no, they can't use the same size. No, they can use the same size box, maybe, for that. Okay, let's put the box there, and here it is. Here's the bottle. So it is the same as the Mech's Festival Splashes one, but that one was turquoise, and this is a lovely orange colour. Look at that. Really nice, and it says Mech's on it. So M on-off button, X. So it doesn't actually have an E. I suppose that's supposed to be the E, but it's an on-off switch. I quite like that design, actually. Yeah, okay. And it has a silver cap as well, so. I just need to... Testing the sound, okay. I try not to shake my fragrances, so I'm expecting this to be like fruity and fresh, and I actually have a tester strip for this because this isn't going to be my scent of the day, so I just cut up some cardboard to use as tester strips. So let's just give this a go. Okay, so that's the spray. Sorry you didn't see that. There you go. Okay. Oh wow, that's so nice initially. Okay, yeah, really nice. It does remind me of something. It doesn't actually remind me of the previous Mech's fragrance that I had, but it does remind me of something. Yeah, it's almost like a creamy, fruity muskiness. So I think maybe the florals in it. It's not like a sharp citrus. Initially maybe it is, but the musks come through almost immediately, and with it being so cheap, I don't expect it to be like a big journey. I feel like all the the notes are sort of coming up at once, so I will be interested to wear this on skin. But yeah, it's a nice blend. It's got like it's fruity, it is fresh and citrusy, but I was surprised how many florals are in there as well. I mean, obviously they're listed, but sometimes they're not prominent, so that's nice, yeah. My worry with these, like I said, I'm probably going to use this for work as well, but my worry is it too nice for work, you know? I'll have to test it out, because if a fragrance is like too strong, or like I feel like it lifts my mood. Sometimes if I have a bad day at work, I don't want to have the scent memory of a nice fragrance. I just want something that sort of blends into the background, that just gets me through the day. But yeah, I'm a bit funny like that, and I wear my nice ones to sort of like in the evening after work or on the weekends to sort of separate my job from my life, you know. So but yeah, I'm really pleased with this. And honestly, this was like £8 something, maybe like £11 something with the postage. So, and even for a 30ml, that's great value. The last one I had didn't last very long, and I'm not expecting this to. But for that price, for a nice smell, yeah, really happy with that. Okay, so that's Mech's Summer Bliss. Hopefully the rest of my summer will be blissful. And this fragrance will help that. So, okay, next, shall I put them like here, so that they're in a little line? All right, next. This is exciting, because this is my first ever a Lacoste fragrance. That's right, I've never owned a Lacoste fragrance as far as I know. I always smelled them in the shops and I never pulled the trigger on them. So this is Lacoste L1212 Blanc. This is probably their most popular Lacoste fragrance, and I had smelled it in a shop like before, like last year on a tester strip. And in fact I bought this from Superdrug in the UK, and they often have offers on fragrances. Like I got my Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Black on offer, and the thing is that they actually had a different Lacoste fragrance on offer. They had Lacoste Essential Red, which is apparently like an apple forward fragrance, which has been around since 2004, I think, but it was a really good price. It was like £33, I want to say maybe 33, 37, normally like 45, 50. But I saw it on offer and I thought about it, and then when I got back to the shop the week after, they'd all sold out. So apparently everyone is going to be smelling of Lacoste Red, Essential Red. And I looked at reviews on YouTube, and apparently it's nice, it's fine, it doesn't last long at all, and it's like a new version of one that used to be called Lacoste Style in Play, which had a sort of ovalish squat bottle. It's basically the same as that, but I will probably try that one if I can find it for a good price. Again, that's another one you do see in TJ Maxx sometimes. And so anyway, they'd all sold out and I was in the mood to buy something. And also these were on offer as well. These were slightly more expensive, so this was like £45, normally 50. So it was like if a bit more expensive, but I was just in the mood to buy a Lacoste fragrance. So I finally pulled the trigger on this one, and this was on my list. It wasn't really an impulse buy. This has been on my wish list for a while as well, because I really liked it when I smelled it. So and the box here is obviously it's white because it's Lacoste Blanche, and it has the classic crocodile. It's not material, but it kind of looks like it's the sort of material, but it's not. And then on the back it has a picture of their famous like polo shirt, and it says the fragrance embodiment of the iconic L1212 polo shirt, created by René Lacoste for Lacoste for the code of the unique Petit Pique polo fabric, for the code of the short-sleeved polo design, and 12. Oh, I see. So it's 1 for the code of the unique Pique polo fabric, 2 for the code of the short-sleeved polo design, 12 for the final polo version selected by René Lacoste. So that's L1212. Okay, interesting. So yeah, and Lacoste, I don't think I've smelled a Lacoste fragrance that I don't like, and so this is an eau de toilette, and this is a 100ml, even though the box doesn't look that big, it's 100ml, so, and it's a slightly textured box, kind of like mirroring the Lacoste, that kind of the polo shirt texture. So the notes on this one, let me just do a bit more tapping. This just smells really fresh to me. So I can't seem to get these lids open without making a lot of noise. Sorry. So yeah, I love the white bottle. It's very simple. It has this sort of corrugated design again. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. And it actually has a fabric crocodile on it, which I really like. Let me know in the comments if you own Lacoste fragrances. Wow, that sounds really good. Okay, so there's the bottle there, and this this one is released in 2010. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, okay. The perfumer is Oliver Pischer, and the notes are grapefruit, cardamom, cedar leaf, rosemary, heart notes. Top notes: grapefruit, cardamom, cedar leaf, rosemary. Heart notes: tuberose, frankincense, ylang ylang. Base notes: Georgie wood. Never heard of that. Apparently, it's copyrighted. Might be a synthetic one. Cedar wood, vetiver, and suede. Okay, interesting. I just remember this being very fresh and musky from trying it on the cards. Yeah, very appealing. So let's give this a go. Okay, I'll need to swing the spray around and make sure that I don't use a strip that I've already used before. So that's the sprayer there, just a silver sprayer. Okay, and nice wide spray there. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it's really nice. It's it's just really fresh. Yeah, I'm not sure if I got enough on the strip, but I'll just try a bit on my arm because it wasn't going to be my scent of the day, but I'll just give it a go. So, I don't expect this to last a long time. This is musky as well, kind of almost like the Mechs. It has more musk than I expected, but oh, and that reminds me of something as well. And it actually has more herbs than like more of a herbal feel than I remember. So it's not just fresh. I mean, I like fresh fragrances, but I suppose I'm getting that cardamom, so that means it's got a bit of more depth to it than a citrusy fresh fragrance, which won't last very long at all. Frankincense, ylang ylang. Okay, yeah, definitely getting that cardamom. It does remind me of something I've worn before or smelled before. A little bit like the Paco Rabanne XS, which I used to use. There's a little bit of a vibe of that. What do people say? Smells similar. Not many people saying that it smells similar to anything they smelled before, but a kind of like musky, floral, herbal, fresh smell. Yeah, I really like it. Let's just do one more spray there. Really nice, really nice. It's clean. It's really fresh, and yeah, I've been in the mood for like Lacoste stuff because I got into like the tennis, into Wimbledon and stuff. So yeah, Novak Djokovic is heavily sponsored by Lacoste. So and I don't think I've got any chance of Lacoste sponsoring me, but yeah, it's just sort of clear on the back. I love the simple design. It's really nice. So yeah, is it my first Lacoste fragrance? Well, yeah, I suppose, but well, we'll get into that shortly. But yeah, yeah, it's only one of the first ones I owned. So okay, guys. So edit. I actually had to cut this video and come back to it. I started filming in the morning, and I just ran out of time. It's too noisy, and yeah, in summertime it's quite busy around near where I live, and so I had to go out and do adult responsibilities. But that means that I've had a chance to wear this all day, and I can report back that it's still really nice. It doesn't last that long. Probably lasted on me about 4 or 5 hours. But you just do get this kind of like, it's almost like a warm, enveloping, musky freshness. So it's kind of supposed to, I guess it's trying to imitate the fresh, clean linen polo shirt. It's really, really nice. Obviously I'm gonna, wear it more than one day to get used to it. But yeah, really nice, fresh. Nothing amazing, like groundbreaking, but yeah, I'm glad I have it, and obviously I'm gonna sort of wear it more and get used to it. So yeah. So now I'm fighting the light. It's going to be sundown in a couple of hours, so I'm fighting the light as well. So, alright, so next one is, and one that I'm really excited about. This is called Aigner Clear Day, and I saw this just when I was browsing on a perfume retailer's website, and it kind of ticked a lot of boxes for me. It's like a bit of an obscure brand I've never really heard of. It's another sort of lesser known French designer, Etienne Aigner, and it's called Clear Day, and it puts me in mind of like a fresh fragrance, which I'm always a sucker for. And it was a reasonable price. I think I paid like £25 for this one, and I saw a couple of good reviews of it on YouTube as well. So Scentland, and but the thing is, this fragrance was released in 1998, so this is an old fragrance, but it's still in production. This bottle is actually, according to Check Fresh, it's about 3 years old, and the box is this lovely blue colour. But then this silver bit is slightly sort of cut in there, so that's interesting. Probably, I think my microphone switched sides as well, but that's okay. And that's the back there. It just says Eau de Toilette Natural Spray with the ingredients on there. And the batch code is there as well, so which is 32343726 or 5. I need my reading glasses, I can't see, but I'm expecting this to be like a musky, fresh 90s fragrance, so this I'm really looking forward to this one. So let's see. So it unboxes, so it slides out like that, so that's really interesting. Yeah, really, I love that. Okay, and then it's just like a simple, it looks like a bar of silver, like a silver bar, but then there's a sort of extra like bit at the bottom, the curtain, which is interesting. I hope I haven't got it upside down, because the bottle is that way, unless they packed it upside down, I don't know. Let's see. Yes, they packed it upside down. Okay, that's slightly, I think that's slightly annoying. Okay, does that mean I've opened it the wrong way? I've opened it the wrong way, so I'm gonna redo this. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Because you're still gonna get the silver effect no matter which way you put it. So. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, so you open it that way, and you get the Aigner logo there. And here is the bottle. I like that silver box there. It's nice and simple. And actually, I'm gonna pop it back in there for now. Okay, and look at this lovely bottle. Really nice. I didn't expect it to have this sort of convex bit here that sort of sticks out, but it's a nice effect. And so Clear Day, it's written along the side there, Clear Day for men, and then it says Eau de Toilette there, so you can just see that. Yeah, and nice bottle. This is 100ml, I believe, so 3.4 fluid ounces. Yeah, it's 100ml. So yeah, really excited. This one, it might be slightly aquatic, fresh, maybe 90s-ish. I'm just hoping I don't hate it, because sometimes, so when you blind buy things, you can look at good reviews, but sometimes when you blind buy things, it's a bit of a risk, but it wasn't a big price. People say it smells like Aqua Quorum. Now, if you don't know, Quorum is a very old school fragrance, which worries me a bit, but the original Quorum at least. Anyway, on Parfumo, it's classed as a fresh fruity, which I like that accord, released in 1998, top notes are melon, bergamot and pineapple, heart notes, coriander, lavender, cinnamon, base notes rose and amber. So yeah, it's a plastic cap. So let's give this a go. I don't want this to be my scent of the evening because again I had another scent in mind. But yeah, oh look at it, it says Aigner on the cap there. That's really nice. I like that. It's kind of printed on and then a silver kind of insert. So that's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put this on a tester strip as well. Let's see how this goes. This cardboard I have is a bit. It's not very absorbent. So that's the only thing. So I don't know whether. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just give it a go. Let's go. Nice sprayer. I got some on my finger as well. So. Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's a bit of that 90s thing going on. It's just like fresh. I'm not getting much like pineapple, melon, or bergamot, I think. It's kind of like a soapy fresh fragrance. Yeah, it's kind of like a soapy fresh fragrance. Again, it has vibes of like some late 90s, early 2000s fragrances. That kind of scent profile with a kind of fresh opening and then a herbal heart note. Again, reminding me a bit of Paco Rabanne XS. People are saying, there's not many comparisons, but people are saying, yeah, Aquaquorum, which is not really, I don't know, I would have thought there'd be more suggestions, but this is quite an obscure fragrance, so I'm really glad that I have this. Yeah, it's like a 90s fresh musky. I'm surprised it hasn't been compared to like a Calvin Klein Eternity or Eternity Aqua. I haven't smelled those in ages, but I feel like it's kind of in that ballpark. It is a bit of a dated, not dated, but you can just tell it's from the late 90s, early 2000s, but it has that kind of vibe to it. Again, it smells a bit like one called Lanvin L'Homme, which was a bit too peppery for me, but again, it's a really nice one. I don't hate it. I'm not blown away by it. I'm actually going to give it a blast on my skin, just because I don't think I'm getting a proper. I get the fruit on my skin now. Okay, but then it sort of starts going to this sort of the florals and the lavender, almost like a slightly peppery, which is probably coming from the coriander and lavender. Yeah, so that's nice. I'm glad I tried it. Yeah, it's nice. It's not a scrubber or a stinker because it's light. It's fresh. Slightly old school, but I love the bottle. Kind of reminds me of like a skyscraper or something. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's a win. Okay. All right. I'll be honest, it's not the greatest thing I've ever smelled, just because it does remind me of other stuff, but that's okay. Alright, next one, another one I'm really excited about. I'm excited about all of these. This is one that's been on my list for a while. It's a discontinued low Kenzo flanker called Kenzo Aquadisiac. And this is the bottle, and the box, comes in this beautiful sort of almost like, it reminds me of like sea plants in the sea waving back and forth when there's like a sort of waves going, but I love these low Kenzo flankers. I've had a lot over the years. If you know, my favourite of all time is the original low Kenzo, in terms of the low ones, but also I really like low Kenzo Intense, which is one of my favourites, and my wife's favourite on me as well. This one I had on my it wasn't really mega on my list. I'd see it on eBay for like ridiculous prices, but just put it on my list, and I did see it in a shop. It's in like a perfume warehouse in Cyprus, and I didn't go for it, but I kind of wish I had. I bought a replacement of one of my other Kenzo ones, which is Aqua Kenzo. But I wish I'd take it because I'd seen this online went for like, you know, a couple of £100, £150, but then I saw one just last week on eBay. It was like £36. They said damaged box. There's something on the box here, slight. I don't know if there's that part of it. No, yeah, there's a slight damage, like almost like there's been a sticker on it or something. And there was no cellophane on this. I think it has been used as well, but yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm a sucker for Kenzo. I'm a sucker for aquatic fragrances. This came out in 2017. Look at the bottle; it's so pretty. It has the box artwork inside as well. I've had loads of I've had the summer Kenzo flankers since about 2017, 2018. I had one called Electric Wave, which was nice. Released in 2017. The scent is citrusy, aquatic. Wow, I love that. The main notes: black cardamom, gaiac wood, lime, pink pepper, yuzu. But it doesn't have them in order. And it's Olivier Cresp, who was the perfumer who did the original Low Kenzo. So there's a closer look at the bottle there. It's the classic wave bottle design. And then on the back it just says Low Kenzo Aquadisiac, and they always release a men's and a women's one as well. So to me it looks like it's gone slightly off colour. And actually, when I looked on Check Fresh, this bottle itself, this batch is like 9 years old. So it's an older. It is like it was released that year. Normally, if it's a summer flanker, they'll just produce them for that year and then nothing else. So maybe a couple of years after, but not. They're really just designed as summer flankers. So, and it looks slightly off colour. I feel like it should be clear, but it's maybe become discoloured, which is a bit of a worry. Citrusy aquatic fragrances are very prone to losing their top notes if they are stored incorrectly or whatever. But I don't know why. Maybe I'm just assuming they didn't like it, but yeah. Alright, let's give this a go. I'm going to do it on I'm going to do this on my wait. I'm not sure where I'm not wearing stuff now. I don't know. Let's just go. I'm just going to douse myself in stuff today. Okay. Okay. Very fruity. Okay. There's definitely some lime there. Okay, it's very limey. So actually the top notes probably are still okay because I'm getting that lime. And then I'm getting this sort of peppery undertone as well. So pink pepper, gaiac wood. Again, this is going to be very linear. It smells similar to the other Kenzo flankers I've had before. Like, I had one called Colours. I think that was from about 2019, 2018. And that had a similar DNA, but it has that. It's like aquatic and fruity, but it has some warmth underneath. I'll just give you a spray there. There you go. Nice sprayer, nice. Sometimes the ones in these wave bottles are a bit iffy, but yeah, it's nice. It's got that familiar DNA that I really like. Really fresh. It's probably not going to last very long in terms of longevity, but it's very fresh. Oh wow, I'm so glad because yeah, again, sometimes these fragrances can go off a little bit. So this smells good. It smells like the other Kenzo flankers I've owned. So yeah, let's give you some tippy taps. Oops, excuse me. I can't believe what a great price I got this for. I think it's just, if you can catch people on eBay who are just like decluttering and don't really care about the value of fragrances, they just don't like it. And actually I saw, speaking of Lacoste, this is my next one. Now this is causing me a headache because I told you guys that this was the first Lacoste fragrance I owned, but I think I actually bought this next one. I bought it before I got the Lacoste, Blanc. This is Lacoste Match Point. I ordered this online. Now I cannot remember if this arrived before I bought the white one. I think it probably did, but I've actually unboxed the white one first. So this is causing me a headache because I like to know like which one I bought first. But I've smelled this before in the shops, but I think I'm going to count the white one as the first one that I owned because it's the first one I've sprayed on, you know, on this video. It's the first time I've sprayed it, having bought it. But Match Point, I bought this. It's been on my list for a while. This came out 3 years ago. I think I got it from like Perfume Click, and it was sort of, obviously Lacoste has that tennis connection, and it has a kind of, it has like the sort of spots on it, like a tennis grip. And then they've done a Match Point. They've done an eau de parfum. This is an eau de toilette version, 50ml, and they've also done a parfum version or a cologne version, which is a light version. So now this was going to be my scent of the day, but it's going to be my scent of the evening now because yeah, I had a crazy busy day. And unfortunately Wimbledon has finished, but I in the last few years, especially this year, I got really addicted to watching Wimbledon, and so I finally thought I'd buy this one too. Yeah, I thought I'd pull the trigger on this one. There's nothing remarkable about the inside of the box there, it's just the green colour, and then this is the bottle. So the lid is almost like a tennis racket style with old tennis racket style, and I like that shape bottle. It's just really classy, and it has a green liquid on it, so that's really nice. And I have smelled this when it first came out, and it's it's a green fresh fragrance. So I suppose they're going for like a grassy green of like a tennis court. I don't know if it's going to smell like a tennis ball. I'm not sure, you know, the fuzzy tennis ball, but it has the Lacoste crocodile on the lid as well. So it's like a thick, chunky bottle. It doesn't have that same sound as you can hear. It sounds quite nice. And the reason I bought more fragrances than I intended to on this haul is originally I was going to buy 3. And one of those was Bottega Veneta Pour Homme, which is a discontinued fragrance. I actually saw it online for like £60, which was a reasonable price, but it looks like it was a dodgy fake website, and I gave them my details, but I didn't make a payment to them. So, and then I looked at the reviews, and they said, "Oh yeah, it's a scam website." I should have checked because the price was too good to be true. And the Bottega Veneta, the only other places I could see it was eBay for like it was like £187 or something, and I'm not willing to pay that. Not just yet anyway. If it doesn't go down in price, then maybe I'll treat myself one day. But so I had an extra money in my budget to buy some, so I bought a few more instead of just spending the extra £60. But yeah, this one I paid, this is did I say 50ml, and I paid about £23 for it, so maybe about 26 with postage. And so yeah, it'd been on my list, so yeah, all of these had been on my list, on my sort of want list on the fragrance websites. Yeah, Parfumo, Fragrantica, you can add like a sort of want list or wish list. So and this is going to be my scent of the evening, so I'll just give you a spray there. Nice sprayer, very good. Oh, sorry, that was my arm cracking there. I don't know if I think I can still smell a bit of the Lacoste Blanche, just a tiny bit lingering around, so that one does last a little bit, but not like, it's not a projector, but I'm sure I can still smell a bit on my skin. Anyway, second Lacoste fragrance, Match Point, let's go. This is my scent of the evening. Oh wow, okay, wow, guys. This has a strong, like almost like a really green herbal opening. Oh wow, it smells does smell like almost like piney, grassy green. Oh wow, I love that. It does have like a green, like a herbal, like a tennis court. A chord. I love this. Oh wow, this is very it's more distinctive than I remember when I smelled it in the shops, and a lot of people say, yeah, it's nice, it's generic, it's fresh, it's fine. But this is much more like, compared to the Clear Day or the Aquadisiac, this has got much more punch to it. Like, it was released in 2020. Oh dear. Okay. Not a great year for releasing fragrances. The top notes are basil and pink pepper, so you're not getting any like fruity top notes. You're getting basil and pink pepper, so that's what gives you the greenness. And the heart notes are clary sage and gentian absolute, which apparently is a floral note. And the base notes are cashmere and vetiver. So you're not getting like any fresh aquatic or even any citruses, which is really interesting. Yeah, okay. It doesn't really tell you much else about this. It's just fresh green. Yeah, very green. I'm interested to see what the reviews say, but yeah, I'm not going to just sit here and read things to you. Nice and green. I got this at Ross for $25. I had no idea what it would smell like either. It's a fresh green with a little spice, appropriate for all occasions, but probably best suited to the daytime. It's a very good fresh, out of the shower clean smell. It's not loud, but lasts about 6 to 7 hours. You can spray the crap out of it and still not offend anyone. Yeah. Oh wow, this is the biggest surprise out of this whole lot that this whole. Wow, this is really nice, guys. I really recommend you try smelling this. Out of all of them, I probably recommend you get your nose on this one, and hopefully you can find it for a good price, because it's still around. Like I said, the parfum version is quite recent. Yeah, there was like a cologne version, which I'm assuming is like a lighter version of this, but yeah, this is the OG Eau de Toilette, and I am not disappointed. And I wish I'd bought this sort of to wear when I was watching Wimbledon, but yeah, I mean the US Open is coming up soon, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch that because I don't really subscribe to the sports channels, but I might follow it online. And yeah, wow, Match Point, really nice. Wow, I'm still trying to process how nice that is. Actually, I'm so happy. So okay, all right, guys. Well, that was my five fragrance haul. Like I said, I do have a sixth one on the way, but I'll do an individual video on that one because that one, spoiler alert, is from 2007. So get your flip phones out and add me on MySpace because we are going back in time. That's going to be a good one. So yeah, that might be a couple of weeks, next week or something. So I'll talk to you about that one soon. I'll say no more. Please like, comment and subscribe. Man, woman, however you identify, everyone's welcome. Have you tried any of these brands, any of these fragrances, or men's, women's versions of Lacoste or any of the others, Kenzo, Mech, yeah, Aigner? Let me know, or just let me know what your favourite fragrance is. I love hearing what you guys are what you guys like to use for your fragrance. So what your favourite fragrances are, what you like to wear, what you're wearing lately, blah blah blah. So thanks for hanging out with me today. It was a long one, but I really had fun.